What is going on YouTube? Tanctics here, and today I've got a special video for you. I have a deck profile here for you from one of my close friends. Go ahead.
I'm Scott, and I'm going to be deck profiling my Chain Beat deck. Okay, to start, which is the main card of the deck, is triple Wind-Up Rabbit. And then 2 Thunderbird. I find that 3 Thunderbird is too cloggy, and 2 is just seems to be the right number. And then I also play a Trap Tricks Engine. I don't play the 3 Myrmelio because it's really not the focus of the deck. I just want to see some more back row early on, so. And the 1600 really helps later with Black Garden. And I play 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. Again with the 600 attack, and his main purpose really is not to find your Tenkies, but to get the Tenkies off the board so that you have more space for traps later. And then 1 Thunder King Ryo. It's a stun deck, so Ryo works. And then 1 Neospatian Granmole. He seems like an odd choice, but he's kind of necessary because this deck has a lot of trouble getting over anything with big defense. And also it's nice to just bounce stuff back into the extra deck. That's the entire monster lineup. Okay, and for spells, I play triple Black Garden. You need to see this basically as quickly as possible, otherwise you'll just get beat down. And this, basically, it's hard to explain, but it has a lot of effects, and they all work really well with this deck. And then I play 1 Terraforming. You don't really need 2 Terraforming or 3. 1's pretty plenty. And then I play triple Pod Duality, just for consistency, and it doesn't really hurt you. Even though you play Ryo, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, and you're never really special summoning because Rabbits and Thunderbird's effect to return to the field aren't considered a summoning, which also goes hand in hand with Black Garden, so your opponent isn't getting tokens. And then I play 2 Fire Formation Tenki. If you played 3, it would really clog up your back row, and you need the back row for all the traps that you play. And then I play 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. There's not any particular card that you need to hit, and so 3 is kind of unnecessary, but I don't really feel safe without playing at least 2 in the main deck. I play 1 Dark Hole, which in this deck with Rabbit and Thunderbird pretty much turns into Regeki because your Thunderbird and Wind-Up Rabbit just bounce away. And then I do main deck Dimensional Fisher. Some Chain Beat players decide not to main deck this, but I find that almost every deck in the meta uses the graveyard, and this really hurts them. So if you can see this quickly, it really slows your opponent down. And then that's it for the spells. For traps, I play triple Breakthrough Skill. You have room to play a lot of effect negation and a lot of traps. So, and I prefer this to Fiendish. So, if I can play 3, I will. I also play 3 Dimensional Prison. Make the deck even more trollsy. And while your stuff is banished, like Rabbit and Thunderbird, you need stuff to really protect you. That's why Black Garden's really necessary, so you can spam out tokens, and you need a lot of battle traps to kind of slow your opponent down. So I also play I do play 2 Mirror Force. Sometimes they're kind of dead against decks, but you kind of need them. And you have room to play them, so you might as well throw them in. And then I play 2 Compulsory Escape Device, which is the best trap in the deck. If you don't know what it does, each player chooses 1 monster they control, and then they shuffle it in the deck. So what you do with this is you target either Thunderbird or Rabbit, and then Rabbit and Thunderbird will bounce themselves, they'll banish themselves, and then your opponent will shuffle their monster back into the deck, so it ends up being a better compulse, and a better evacuation device. 3 is really cloggy, because if you don't have Rabbit or Thunderbird, you're negging yourself, so 2 seems to be the right number. And then Macrocosmos. Being able to main deck Macrocosmos is so ridiculous. This is such a ridiculous card. If you can see this early, you pretty much have game. and then Time Space, just to search it with Mermelio. One Wiretap, and then one Bottomless, one Compulsive Ek, one Torrential, and one Solemn Warning, just to round up the traps. For the most part, you'll never need the extra deck with this deck. It's pretty unnecessary. Some people just don't even bother making one. I kind of just threw one together, and so for the rank 3s, one Mech-Quipped Engineer, one Nightmare Shark, and one Zen Mains. I'm sure there are better options out there than a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of thrown together. Because again, you're never really going to need it. Because how often do you really want to overlay 2 of your rabbits to make any of these? It's pretty rare. And then for the 4s, which you go into a bit more often, but still not frequently, one Abyss Dweller, one Castell, one Diamond Dyer, one Ophion. He's probably the best one if you can make him, because you do play the 2 Thunder. I do play the 2 Thunderbird. If you play 3, you're gonna make him a little more frequently, which is one benefit to playing the 3 Thunderbird. But I prefer just the 1 Ophion and the 2 Thunderbird. It keeps it more consistent. One Cowboy, Black Ship, Key Beetle, Rhapsody and Berserk, Heartline Draco, 101, Ragna Zero, and Papillaperative.
Alright, so that's his deck profile. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see some more deck profiles, please tell me. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you later.